Miss Grand International 2020 is...
Hi everyone, and hello to all the pageant fans all over the world, the universe rather, and to my new subscribers and returning viewers. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Before I start with today's episode, allow me to say thank you so much to everyone who already subscribed to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much to my old subscribers and to my new subscribers, returning viewers. Thank you so much. And if you're watching this episode right now and you're not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, what are you waiting for? Help me to grow this channel and to reach a milestone here in YouTube simply by clicking the subscribe button below and subscribe to my YouTube channel. So for today's episode here in my channel, let's share the same sentiments about the runner-up placement of Samantha Bernardo in Miss Grand International 2020. I just want to share with you guys that after watching the grand finals of Miss Grand International 2020, I took some time to pause for a while and also to contemplate what happened during the coronation night. And I have a lot of questions in mind. Why? What happened? What went wrong? Why Samantha Bernardo was not able to win the Golden Crown for the Philippines. I know that some of you will also agree that it was really an impeccable performance of Samantha Bernardo during the finals night of Miss Grand International 2020. It was an excellent performance from start to finish. And as what I've shared with you guys with my previous episodes about Samantha Bernardo, that swimsuit and evening gown round will never be a challenge to her. That is the reason why she managed to make it to the top 5 semi-finalists. Now, before I go into details about her overall performance in the top 5 semi-finalists, let me go ahead and share with you guys my observation during the top 10 speech portion of Samantha Bernardo. Now, what I've noticed about Samantha's performance during the top 10 speech portion is that her speech is actually very relatable. Although there are some mispronounced words, but it doesn't matter because it didn't cause any harm all throughout her speech performance. Plus, I love her hand gestures. Now, after the top 10 speech portion in the competition, next to that is the evening gown round competition, wherein Samantha Bernardo got one of the highest score of 9.68. And by that time, I knew that Samantha Bernardo will definitely be part of the top 5 semi-finalists. And here comes the top 5 final question. Let's watch her performance again.
I have only one question for all of you. You'll be able to hear your other contestants answering their question, and you will answer the question in the order of your final walk. If you're ready, the question is, with the current COVID-19 situation, what would you choose between? Either shutting down the country for the safety of the people, knowing that the country's economy will be deeply affected, or opening up the country to keep the economy running and taking the risk of COVID-19 infections and consequences?
I will always choose the people, because without its people, a country will never be a country. We will never be a Philippines without Filipinos. You will never be Thailand without Thai. So it is must that we should take care of our people first. I stand here for love and peace and unity because there will always be the solution no matter what our problems in this life. And I think if we come together as people, as one united world, then we can have a better place to live in. I hope after this pandemic, COVID-19 happened, we can be a better citizens. Kapon ka, Thailand.
She did great, to be honest, during this final question. However, I just noticed that her answer was not that spontaneous at all, and somehow it lacks of conviction in every statement that is coming out from her mouth. But we have to consider that the way she speaks is very relatable, and I think that is what important, you know. As what I've mentioned in my previous episodes about Samantha Bernardo, what I like about her is that she can convey a message and she's very relatable, and that's what she did. So it's still a great job. Now let's move forward to the crowning moment of Miss Grand International 2020. Now after they announced the 4th runner-up and the 3rd runner-up To be honest, I was really nervous and somehow excited at that time because I want to know who will win Miss Grand International right that moment. However, there's another controversy in this beauty pageant. Like every year, there's always a controversy in Miss Grand International.
Ladies and gentlemen, something very strange has happened here. We have 3 remaining contestants. It seems that we cannot continue to announce the results because their scores are even here. The remaining contestants' scores are even. Therefore, our Miss Grand International President, Mr. Nawat Israk Raisin, has made the decision to erase their scores. Miss Grand International 2020 will be decided on one more question.
First of all, having a triple tie score in the competition for me is way impossible. I mean, I'm not buying it. It is really impossible that all of the judges will actually give the same score for the 3 of them. So after they announced that the last 3 delegates will have their, final question, I got so nervous for Samantha Bernardo because I am not sure if she can still handle the pressure, the tension during, the finals night and everything that is happening around her. But she was brave and she was a fighter from the very start up until the end of the competition. And here's the top 3 final question.
If there is only 1 dose of COVID-19 vaccine left, and you have to choose who to give it to, either between a 15-year-old or a senior citizen of 70 years old, who would you choose to give it to and why?
Let's watch her answer again.
My heart goes to senior citizen because my mom is turning senior citizen and I've experienced the loss of my dad 4 years ago and I cannot afford to lose my mom. My heart goes to them because they are the most vulnerable during this time. A 15-year-old has the stamina to fight the COVID-19 pandemic, and with proper exercise and healthy living, they can live with it. I know as well that every citizen here will choose and never afford to lose their parents. And so, I will choose senior citizen. Kapon ka.
No, her answer was actually different from the other 2 contestants, and that can actually make her answer be more recognizable or remarkable. Her answer was a solid one for me. I just want to tell you guys that for me, she answered the question right from her heart. She answered the question with facts. And besides, there's no COVID vaccine yet for ages below 16 years of age. And most importantly, she answered the question with all honesty. And I'm sure that every single person can actually relate to that. Now, the question is, do I have regrets about her first runner-up placement in Miss Grand International 2020? Yes, I definitely do have some regrets up until this time as I filmed this episode, because for me, her overall performance was superb. It was amazing. It was actually a great performance from start to finish. And I'm afraid to say that we might find it hard to find another Samantha Bernardo in the upcoming years, to compete in Miss Grand International. Now, I'm doing this episode for Samantha Bernardo not to express my disappointment to whatever happened during the coronation night. I am doing this episode as a pageant fan or as a pageant content creator to acknowledge her hard work and determination just for the Philippines to have its first ever golden crown of Miss Grand International. My final pageant insight about Samantha Bernardo's first runner-up placement in Miss Grand International 2020 is that the organization itself has always the final say who they want or feel to win in the pageant. And unfortunately, sad to say, again, it's not in our favor. So that'll be all for today's episode here in my channel. Let me know what you think about this episode simply by putting a comment down below. I want to say thank you so much everyone for your love and for your support. And always remember to stay kind because you can never go wrong with kindness. I love you all.